Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss PFC, Priority Flow Control, where we will start with flow control and then we will discuss what is PFC, why PFC as a solution, how PFC works, and then we'll have a look on configuration of PFC. Let's start with flow control. So, flow control is a mechanism which is used to manage data transmission rate between two devices. Let's say device A is acting as a source, device B is acting as a destination. So basically flow control is used to prevent a source from overwhelming a destination device by sending more data than a destination device can handle. This generally happens when source is faster than a destination device in terms of speed or processing. Flow control can be implemented for sending data, receiving data, or both. In this session, we are going to discuss Ethernet flow control. So there are two main type of Ethernet flow control: pose frame and PFC, priority flow control. Pose frame is defined as IEEE 802.3x. PFC is defined as IEEE 802.1QBB standard. Okay, before starting with pose frame, let's understand what will happen when RxQ on device B become full. So when RxQ on device B become full, then device B will start tail drop, right? If QoS is configured, then device may use something like WRED. WRED will proactively drop the data before tail drop begins, correct? Now, let's start with pose frame. So, pose frame is a mechanism which is used in Ethernet flow control. Pose frame allows a receiver to ask sender for a short pause in data transmission. To understand this bit better, let's take an example. Let's say communication is happening between device A and device B. Let's say device A is acting as a sender, device B is acting as a receiver. Now, let's assume that RxQ on device B become congested. So, when RxQ on device B becomes congested, then device B will send a pause frame and request for a short pause in data transmission. When device A receive a pause frame, then it stops sending data for a specified period of time. Okay, device A will start sending data again once congestion is mitigated or timer is specified in pause frame expires. Make sense? Let's begin with PFC, priority flow control. Now you may have question why PFC as a solution when we have pause frame mechanism for Ethernet flow control. So when we use pause frame mechanism for Ethernet flow control, then it stops sending all traffic regardless of QoS marking, right? So PFC will enhance the functionality of IEEE 802.3x or pause frame mechanism. And PFC allows us to enable flow control based on course value, class of service value. Okay. PFC is defined as IEEE 802.3 one QBB standard. Flow control or pose frame mechanism is defined as IEEE 802.3x standard. PFC is also known as class-based flow control. PFC is similar to 802.3x flow control. However, it works based on cost value. In PFC, during the congestion, receiver will ask sender for a short pause in data transmission for a particular cost value by sending PFC pause frame. Okay, to understand this bit better, let's take an example. Let's say communication is happening between device A and device B. Let's say device A is acting as a source, device B is acting as a destination. Let's assume that RxQ on device B become congested or it reaches to a certain threshold for a particular priority. Then device B will send PFC pause frame to device A and request for a short pause in data transmission for a particular cost value. When device A receive a PFC pause frame from device B, it stops sending data for a short period of time, which is specified in PFC pause frame. Okay. Device A will start sending data again once congestion is mitigated or timer specified in PFC pause frame expires. Make sense? Please keep in mind that PFC pause frame will be sent only for lossless class, which we configure. Okay. Now, maybe you are thinking that when device B sends PFC pause frame to device A, it will take some time to arrive and device to react or process PFC pause frame, right? During this time, device A is sending data continuously to device B, correct? So how device B is gonna handle that data which received in that time frame? So this data will be handled by reserved buffer, which is known as headroom. I mean, traffic received during that time frame will be handled by reserved buffer, which is known as headroom. Okay, at this point, we understood that when there is a congestion, device will do tail drop or take the action depending on QoS configuration, right? When we enable flow control, then during the congestion, device will send pause frame to upstream device and upstream device will stop sending data regardless of QoS marking. I mean, stop sending old data regardless of QoS marking, correct? When we enable PFC, then PFC allows us to enable flow control based on priority or cost value, class of service. Basically, PFC provide lossless service to a particular class, which is called no drop class. PFC uses cost value to identify the class that require lossless service. In this diagram, PFC is enabled for priority 2 and 3. So these two classes will be called lossless class or no drop class. And PFC pause frame will be sent for these two classes during the congestion. Okay. Now let's have a look on configuration part. In this session, we are going to discuss PFC configuration for Nexus 5K. I am assuming that you have good understanding of QoS. Configuration may vary depending on platform. PFC can be enabled per port basis using priority flow control command. When we enable PFC on a port, then PFC will be applied to the traffic that matches to CORS configured for no drop class. Let's have a look. In this example, I have configured pose no drop command under two classes. Pose no drop command will enable lossless functionality for these two classes, which means for QoS group 2 and 3. Means device will send pose frame to upstream device to manage congestion. It also means that traffic in these two classes will not be dropped and provide lossless service to these two classes. Okay. Please keep in mind that in NXOS, we have inbuilt policy for FCOE traffic, and it is defined as no drop class. Okay. Here, by using show queuing command, we can see that no drop is configured for QoS group 2. Okay. Thank you for your time. Hope this was useful.